trading from market edge to prop success. That sounds like a little rhyme here. What I want to do is I want to give you a quick summary of what we discussed in our tech talk on Friday. Not just because I want to rehash a topic that we already discussed, that's not the point, because I want to, first of all, have a nice transition to the next topic here, setting up trade alerts with execution in NT8, which will allow you to execute on multiple prop accounts at the same time, which is an interesting and very practical topic. And secondly, I want to show you a new version of a tool called Portfolio Architect, now optimized for prop trading. And how this works, we just released it, in fact, today, this new version. It's how this works, I'm going to show you in just a bit. So from market edge to prop success. Now, what is our market edge? Of course, you need, as a trader, you need to find some kind of edge. If you don't have an edge, if you can't predict where prices will go with some degree of certainty, you will lose in prop trading and you will lose in regular trading. So there's no chance then. But if you have a market edge, then you have a chance. Now, what is the market edge that we discussed in our prop trading webinar last Friday? And it's a market edge we've discussed a few times before. It is one of our favorite setups. In fact, we trade it all the time. I traded today. I'll show you later on how I traded today. I traded yesterday. I traded last week. All the time. It's one of our favorite setups to trade. It has a great reward to risk ratio, meaning you will put your stop loss fairly nearby, limiting your risk, which is really important because all prop trading challenges, they have very strict drawdown requirements. You really want to limit your risk. And thirdly, it works on all symbols and timeframes. So even if you are in a futures prop trading challenge, and there's not that many futures symbols out there, so it will work on all of them, in agriculture futures, in metal futures, in commodity futures, in index futures, in currency futures. You will still have a sufficient number of trades that you can find to get to your profit target, because you will have to trade quite a bit. So one of our favorite setups. So what is the setup? We call this the power bounce setup. It works great for bullish and bearish entries. Here's an example for a bullish entry. So what do we see on this chart here? We can see that in this area here, price came down to this reddish line here with a little shaded area. But let's just discuss first that price came down to this reddish line. This is a support level. Price is coming from the top down to a line. This line will act as support. Okay. That's condition number one for this power bounce setup. Condition number two is we want to see this little shaded area next to where the candle is. This is what we call a liquidity capture event. An event which only happens if a candle comes close to a key level, like here. It does not break the level. It can perhaps mildly penetrate it, but it doesn't break it fully. And this candle has abnormally high volume. In our view, this is a sign that, hey, many other traders may find the current level interesting, potentially seeing this as a good opportunity for an entry. And consequently, this, once again, in our view, this will increase the chance to see a bounce off this level rather than a break below the level. And the kicker now, thirdly, we can see MA Rush is also bullish. So we're having three things coming together. This is called confluence in trading. Price is near support, which may prevent price from going further down. Price has a liquidity capture event, which also is a bullish sign, favoring a bounce rather than a break. And the overarching trend is bullish. We're trading with the trend, not against this. This is one of our favorite setups. And this, of course, works also for the bearish case. An example here, price comes up to resistance. We do have this liquidity capture event, this shaded area here, and the trend is bearish. Once again, three things coming together, predicting the same future price move, which in this case would be a bearish move, a move to the downside. This is our favorite setup. We've started our prop trading channel trading exclusively this setup, and this is where we are at right now. So this challenge was started about 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit less. We're up about $1,000. We're still far away from our profit target. I'm going to discuss this in a second. So we're far away. We still need to make $5,000 within the duration of the challenge. But to me, the most important part is we are nowhere near our drawdown limit. Our max drawdown is at $97,000, which is far away from where our equity is right now. So this is Great, because to me, the drawdown requirement is the easiest one to break. And I'm super, super conservative to get nowhere close to this limit. This is why I like to trade small, even though my profit target is $6,000, which is not easy to do under any circumstances within 1 month. But the cool thing is, you may not know this. With this particular challenge, I'm going to show you later on how you can get hold of this challenge. With this challenge, it is possible to extend your challenge duration. So if you're noticing, hey, there's no way I'm going to make the $6,000 within my 30 days, you can pay a bit more and extend it by another 30 days or maybe even 60 days. So to me, this is completely worthwhile because it is most important to make it to the earnings phase. And once you're in the earning phase, you trade consistently, you will make up easily for the extra fee that you paid to extend your challenge. All right, so far so good. Off to a good start. Profit factor of 1.57, 79 trades taken, nice win rate. So we're definitely off to a good start. Trading this market edge, which I've shown you, a combination of Liquidity IQ and MA Rush used together. Here's some fun facts. So what did I trade? Well, it was a futures challenge. So I traded in the futures space, of course, but very diversified. Like 14 different symbols were traded, including gold, silver, crude oil, copper, natural gas, some currency futures here, even Bitcoin and some agricultural futures. No index futures. That's just a coincidence. I normally like to trade ES and NQ, but I didn't see any setups. If there's no setup, hey, I stay away. I don't discriminate what I trade as long as the setup is there. There's no setup, I stay on the sidelines. Average trade duration, 44 minutes, so really a short-term approach, and I executed my trades on the M5 and M15 timeframe. And I was curious, and this was one discussion point on Friday, I was curious, how does this compare to successful prop traders? So we asked the trading pit, and our friend Jan, who works at the trading pit, hey, what are some insights that you can give us on traders who actually pass prop trading challenges? How do they trade? Well, so first of all, the fastest traders which pass prop trading challenges, they take 4 to 10 days, but that really requires a lot of trading. The average trader requires 3 to 6 weeks. And I think I'm somewhat in this average range here, but this would mean you may need to extend your challenge. So 6 weeks is more than 30 days. Obviously, you may have to pass, or may have to pay for an extension. And of course, sometimes traders take even more, 60 to 90 days. So extending a challenge is something that's somewhat the norm in these challenges. Just make sure that whatever challenge you partake in, this option is available. Because otherwise, making 6% in 30 days, it's definitely not easy to do. Okay, so what do people trade? Typically, most of the traders, they trade ES and NQ. That seems to be the most popular symbols. Gold, silver as well. You can see it here. Yeah, MES, MNQ, gold, and silver. Not many people are as adventurous as I am trading all these currency futures and agricultural futures. I really like them because they move really slow and to some degree quite predictable. Now, one more thing. Even though we are off to a really good start, I'll make $1,000. I'm happy with this. But of course, you should always question yourself. Could we or could I have done better? And this question sometimes is not so easy to answer. So I thought, hey, maybe we can use one of our tools which we've written a long time ago. And I'm very happy to see this kind of renaissance of our tool called Portfolio Architect. Originally, it was designed to analyze auto trading results, like an MT4 and MT5, where you have an EA, an auto trader, which can be back tested. You can feed these back test results into Portfolio Architect, and it will show you additional insights of when your trades were more favorable, which trading times, so what was the overall drawdown. You can even combine multiple trade results into a full portfolio. This is where the name comes from. But I thought maybe we can revamp and extend Portfolio Architect to be suited also for analyzing your prop trading results, which are mainly manual trading results. It doesn't have to be, but most of the time it's manual trading. So we did. So we added all kinds of features to this tool, and what features these were and how this tool can be used, we're going to see together right now. So let's check it out. I'm going to switch over to Portfolio Architect. All right, there we go. And this is how it looks like when there's an empty project open. There's nothing imported yet. I'm going to show you now how easy it is now to import the results on trades from the trading pit, this prop trading challenge, into these tools for further analysis. So then I can go here in my dashboard because I can see the overview. It's the one you've seen already with my progress here, and go to reports and trade list. And now what you can do, I really like this thing. You can just highlight your entire trade list like this. Look with my mouse. You go all the way down and do Control C if you're on Windows. Control C on your keyboard. Copy the whole thing into your clipboard. Then you go to Portfolio Architect. You go to this window here and do Control V. And all the trades are now imported just like this with copy and paste into Portfolio Architect. That's awesome. Love it. So you get all the different results. You can see your equity curve, how it evolved. Very nice. I was happy with making higher highs along the way with my challenge. Everything is going nicely. And then you can go for further analysis. Which trading days are the best ones? In this case, clearly Monday, not so great. Tuesday to Friday, really good. But Friday, the best trading day. Which trading hours are the most favorable ones? You can see some insights here. So I basically stopped trading after 1 p.m. because of what I saw here. Now, the very bad 3 p.m. trading, and after late at night also not the best. So you can use these insights to give you some idea of, hey, what kind of trading works for me, when it works best, and also which symbol works best. Now for the symbols, it's a bit more tricky because right now everything has been imported as one thing into this tool here. But we've thought about this and we've added a feature to split apart this report here into a breakdown of individual trades. So what you can do a right click on this row here and use this one, split by symbol. You click on it and now look what happened. You get the same report, but now split by individual symbols here. Isn't that cool? And what you then could do, for example, I'm going to show you this in a second as well. You can then further analyze, okay, what was my best performance for some of the individual symbols? Let's say for gold. And the way this works is you could simply right click on an individual symbol like this one here, right click, and click create new portfolio. Oops. Then we're going to create a portfolio here first. 1 second. Going to rename it to MGC gold. Okay. And I could then move this gold symbol. Hey, move this one to my MGC portfolio. It's now in here. Just the gold trades. And I can now see the insights just for this particular symbol, which I think makes a lot of sense because, my overall portfolio is so diversified. There's agriculture in there, there's currency in there, there's crude oil in there, there's gold in there, there's all kinds of symbols in there. Not all symbols trade the same. Isn't it cool that you can actually factor out some individual insights to get even more intel as to when, at least for me, this symbol has performed the best? So, really cool. But it doesn't stop there. Let me do one more thing. So I'm going to delete this thing again. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back to my portfolio here. I'm going to merge everything together. So right click, merge it back into one thing. All right, well, merge it all back together into one big file here. And then, of course, you can rename it after they're merged. This is very easy. So this could be maybe my my challenge. Oops, 1 second. Challenge number 1. And I have another challenge open with the trading pit right here. This one here. Another challenge, which I'm currently trading. And actually, this will bring me to my next topic, executing trades on multiple challenges at the same time. I'm struggling with this in TradingView, but also here, I'm nicely up. Very good. I can go to reports, trade list. Once again, I can, if this ever loads, actually set my start date here to when it actually started. April 1st, refresh. Bear with me. Once again, I can copy this whole thing in to my clipboard, go back to the tool, paste it in here, and now I have both these results imported into Portfolio Architect. And then, look, what I can do then, even for more insights, I can highlight everything, I can merge it all together into one thing, and then, here's the kicker, I can tell the tool, right-click, split by symbol, but don't put these split results into this window here. Split into separate portfolios, sub-portfolios basically. Put every symbol into a separate sub-portfolio using this option here. Click, get all these sub-portfolios here. Soon these are going to be ranked alphabetically, maybe even with the profit factor as an annotation right next to it so we can get some idea. But now you can just click through it. Say, hey, how did How did these individual sub-portfolios perform? Gold, Bitcoin, very terrible. I was very unsuccessful with Bitcoin and all the other ones. Isn't that cool? With all the insights. So all these things have been added to support uh, getting additional insights for your prop trading, how you can optimize.